Fame has him going insane, insane. Yeah. There is this man who is chasing fame, but the fame has him going insane. He hits the bottle to make himself think he is a model. The bottle has him thinking he's America's next top model. The life is full of strife because he has a glass eye that he uses to cry. His teeth are missing because he never gave him a rinsing. Fame has him going insane. Ooh, fame has him going insane, insane. Has a dream of being a star, but little does he know he can't handle the burdens of what he sees from afar. The poison in his bottle will keep him from being chosen. This poison makes him spew obscenities that offend many. He has no sense of loyalty, even to those who are royalty. He lies and lies to the point we wonder why. Stresses his mama out trying to chase clouds. She yells and screams because she knows his quest for fame is only making him lame while driving her insane. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. Fame has soiled his name, stolen his youth, and left him destitute. His future don't seem bright. Hopefully he sees the light before his life goes night. Insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. Fame has him going insane. Man.
All right, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I hope everything is well with y'all. Hold on one second. Let's see something. All right. So, what's up, Ray Black? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And what's up, Brown Beauty World? What's going on? I want to say first of all, sorry if y'all was waiting for that live last night. I have fallen asleep. So I do apologize for that. So let's get into it. Regarding real world news, today is a big day for people who are interested in stocks in the financial market. The reason is because the government job report comes out. It was delayed, child, delayed because of the partial government shutdown. But what's up, Egyptian goddess? How you doing? Good to see you. It was delayed because of the partial government shutdown, so that's going to be released today. Like I told y'all yesterday, I feel like Trump shouldn't play with the numbers. He should just let it be because Trump wants to lower interest rates, and the Federal Reserve will be more inclined to lower the interest rates if the job numbers are bad. Because if the job report comes in, that means that the economy is about to fall, and that's you know lower interest rates stimulates the economy. So that is why Trump should not play with those numbers. But also, you gotta remember, there's a whole agenda before the midterms, and I can see it. They're trying to get things, I guess, stimulated and things like that before that happens. Because if they come in with good job numbers, that's only going to keep the interest rates higher, right? Which is going to be against what Trump's want because he wants to make it seem as if the economy is humming along. So yeah. So just be mindful of that. If you're in the stock market, you're probably gonna see a. I'm projecting. I don't know. You're probably gonna see a lot of red today because last week it was a lot of red when those numbers came out with ADP. They put their numbers out, so I just feel like they're gonna have bad numbers. Which is gonna be ironic, right? Y'all gonna see. I will tell you what I was predicting. The bad numbers are gonna come out, right? It's going to initially stock market is going to sell, but it's going to go back up because Wall Street's looking at this is going to force the Federal Reserve to cut, and that's going to make the stock market rally. But those who are based in consumers, like those consumer companies who are based in consumers dealing with like discretionary stuff, they're going to take the hardest hit. The tech companies are probably going to be the ones that rally the most because they benefit the most from lower interest rates. So the banks are probably going to take a hit too because they benefit from higher interest rates because they charge us interest on our car loans and all bank loans and all that other stuff. What's up, Philly T? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. All right, so let's get into it. That's pretty much the main thing that's going on. So look out for that. Like I said, it could be a positive to be. I'm not saying people losing their jobs is a positive, but if you have stocks, it's gonna probably be a positive because people are going. It's a signal, like I said, for the interest rates. They probably gonna have to cut the interest rate in order to prevent us from going into a recession, depression. But anyway, also you gotta remember the mass layoffs that Microsoft, Amazon did, most likely gonna be reflected in this jobs report. So yeah, and then automation is taking a lot of people's jobs too. What's up, Cheryl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Automation, we got to talk about it. It's taking people's jobs. Like white collar workers are being decimated because of AI. There's no need. There's no longer. I'm just from the outside looking in. There's no longer a need to have a data analyst when you can have AI do it. And that's the truth. That's the sad part about it, and that's something that the government is going to have to address because there's going to be a lot of, how can I say, class warfare. Now they're going to say there's more millionaires are going to be made now between now and what was the date, 2030, than ever because of the evolution of technology and stuff like that. But it's still going to suck. It really is going to suck for those who are not into technology or don't know what the hell's going on. You know, it really is because like I said, a lot of people being left behind. I saw the other day they said they are accepting no more checks as of March something. Some business I was in, they said they're not going to accept any more checks. So if you used to cut checks, then that's writing checks, and that's crazy. So times are moving on, and I feel for the elderly because listen, you got to have an email address. Okay, people now like, oh, you ain't got an email address, and they don't even take you seriously. So I say that in reference to the elderly. That I know some of the elderly are, tech savvy to some degree, but some are not. I'll be scared. Shit moves so fast. You got to have a cell phone. Pretty much, ain't nobody, So yeah. All right, moving on to the news that you absolutely cannot use. The title of this broadcast is "Lemon Could Have Been Goosey." Pizarro panel, Brorilla versus Glorilla. Let's talk about Brorilla versus Glorilla. Now, obviously, I thought Brorilla was doing too much, right? At first, I thought Brorilla was doing a little bit too much, but then Glorilla is out here antagonizing Brorilla. Like I just saw briefly Glorilla's last live. She seems like she's in the studio about to make a song called "Broke" or something, and showing $2,500 and flashing it to the screen and saying, nope, He gonna say, nope. Don't you go to sleep, ghetto CPA? Ain't this your busiest time of the year? You everywhere. Tell talking about I co-parent and that should be taught for the parent. I'm not knocking you, but I'm like, damn, don't that fool got boy. Let me leave you alone. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so Glorilla is taunting Brorilla and flashing $2,500 at the screen saying nope and all this other stuff. And I'm like, So, you're not innocent in this whole situation, Glorilla. Now, who really winning is Brorilla. Brorilla is making guest appearances everywhere. Everywhere I see her, she endorsing somebody. And I feel she can, I mean, she going to have her 15 minutes of fame. Let's be honest. She comedic. I feel she's got a comedic energy to her. She's not malicious, angry and stuff like that. So I feel like she could. I can feel like she could do a comedy tour and stuff like that with some people because I mean she could tell her whole. Everybody want to hear about Glorilla. So then I was scrolling the internet and then they said Glorilla's little brother. Now everybody's sitting up there saying that they Glorilla's 12th cousin or 12th brother or sister. But then it was this little kid coming out talking about, oh, he the something child and Glorilla made him eat a raccoon. I was like, what in the world? But yeah, sometimes you got to be careful of social media because social media have a lot of liars out there. A lot of reader. Oh, Lord, you throwing me off my commentary, CPA man. A lot of fakes and phonies are out there on social media, so be careful of everything. And that's the thing with AI. You gotta be careful of what y'all read. And I had to correct AI the other day. I was like, "You are incorrect." I told AI, I said, "You are incorrect." I did. And then what he told me, I said, "You are incorrect." This is, oh, thank you for correcting me. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I was like, no, So yeah, so don't believe everything that AI tell you and social media tell you because they be intentionally lying and stuff. I'm like, this is not true. Especially when it comes to sports, they're like, oh, this person fired, this person got traded, and I'm like, no, they did. And it's like a fantasy trade that they have in their head that they want to come to fruition and it don't. So just be mindful of that. Sometimes we put the machines before common sense. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. But like I said, Brorilla is coming up. QI, you make an interesting point. I'm gonna go back to that point a little bit later. Let me tell you something. Right. So Humana got earnings today. It's interesting because, and I know I'm deviating from the fact, but a lot of these healthcare companies have taken a major hit, especially United Healthcare, especially when their CEO got bang bang. But a lot of these healthcare companies are taking a major hit because of what Trump is doing. He's like, well, no, we're not paying for everybody's Medicaid or Medicare or whatever that is. But Humana has earnings today, and Humana has just already dropped $15. So if you know in the stock market, that's a lot of money. $15, ooh, child. Um, so a lot of healthcare companies are dropping. Well, Humana's dropping because they're largely dependent on government, government aid and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's something else. That's one of the major stock things that's happening today. All right, so that's what I want to say. What's up, Phoebe? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, what's up, QI? Let me see. Let me see. You said Ghetto says sleep is for the suckers. I'm headed to the office. Child. Don't say that. You sound like Jay Wilson. Um, let me tell you something about Jay Wilson. I know I'm all over the place, but I gotta say this real quick. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say that. Gonna be funny. Um, so that dude sitting over there talking about he got a steak and Lincoln in the Volvo. Do y'all not know? And I'm like, how? It just didn't make no sense because when he got the extra, I think he always had the steak and Lincoln, but he added the Volvo, and I'm like, this don't make no sense. This is the antithesis of Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson does not like to purposely add expenses. So I'm like, why did he just get a car? So I felt, I just, time reveals all things. So I had a friend who drove Uber, and I didn't get all in their business, but they provided them with a car. right? Obviously, you got to pay on or whatever. However, that thing work, I don't know. I don't know how it worked. But I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Jay wasn't buying no Volvo. Like, I want an extra car. Let me add it to my repertoire. No, he didn't do that. He joined that Uber Lyft program, and to reduce the wear and tear on the stinking Lincoln, he got the Volvo that was provided through the Lyft or Uber program. Obviously, I feel you got to pay on it, but they will provide you a vehicle. And I'm like, oh, that's the game. I was like, that's the game, right? So yeah, I was just popped in my head real quick when they mentioned something when he mentioned something about driving to the office. So let me go back to Brorilla. Brorilla is capitalizing on her 15 minutes of fame. Good to her. I mean, good. She's not out here. I don't feel she's outwardly being malicious. I feel she's being comedic. She got that whole stud persona. I think it's kind of funny, and stuff like that. And she going at the dude. Now finesse look crazy as hell. I've never heard of finesse. The only thing I heard of finesse was Ness, finessing people, but finesse some dude that's going back at her. Now, what's her name? Well, his name Shamar trying to jump into the situation. She said something about Trick Daddy. So she getting her name out there, and like I said, no, like no man can really run up on a stud because it's still like you putting your hands on a woman at the end of the day. So I feel like she really ain't gonna get that smoke. I feel really the only smoke gonna come from Yo Gotti if things come too far because ooh Lord, Glorilla is signed to Yo Gotti. So that's what I got to say to her. I mean, she capitalized on her 15 minutes. I can't be mad at that. I can't. I mean, she being committed with it, and at the end of the day, I have to respect that. Now they putting out like I said, I was siding with Glorilla, but when she came out there and did that thing with the money and so like she's gonna get a rap song off of this, I'm like, no, no, this is what they call it, mutual combat. Let them fight, okay? Let them fight. QR says you can always tell when people like Jay Wilson are not used to having. Oh yeah, he ain't used to having nothing. He ain't used to having nothing. And they caught him on the potty the other day. What's up? Just trying to figure it out. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Memphis is like Afghanistan. I know. I heard. I heard the way they did. What's his name? Ooh, child, Yo Gotti brother. Oh Lord, that was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty. When they. Oh Lord, let's not even talk about that. But the way they. Whew, I know the whole young Dolph situation was dirty. So, child, yeah. And it's gonna get even dirtier because FedEx closing or laying off people too, and that's the hub. That's the main hub for FedEx. So, bro, really about to get robbed again in Memphis, the wrong place to play. Oh, she about to get up out of there. She about to get up out of there. I feel like she positioned herself to get up out of there. It's just a matter of time. She about to get up out of there. I don't see her. Let me just say, Brorilla's game is to get as much money as she can and get the hell up out of there. That's how I feel. Mm-mm. Yeah, Lord Jay Wilson was not caught taking. He was. We heard he was on the toilet doing a dookie. He was on the toilet doing a dookie because the toilet told on him. All you heard was QI. All you heard, he out there commenting, "Yep, yep," and this is all we heard in the background. Yep. That's all we heard. Yep, yep. And heard the flood, and he went right back on mute. He out there dookie, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, just okay. He had people on the panel, so it wasn't necessary for him to talk. But he talked so damn much that the toilet told him to shut up and flushed on his ass, and heard everybody. Anyway, all dookie. Well, like I said yesterday, he loved him some dookie because his first ever short was a dookie claw. Okay, first ever short was a dookie claw. Girl, where you been? I was been thinking about you. I was thinking about you last week. How's everything? Good to hear you. Hope you're doing well out there in the land of education. Hope you're doing well. Cheryl says Uber also charges a lot to rent their vehicles. You have to work a lot to make any money with Uber after the fees off the top. Really? Well, he working. He work hard for the money. Oh Lord, since he always singing, he work hard for the money. He work all day and night. Yes, he does. He work hard for money. So he paying all the fees, Cheryl. Oh, he said up there also. Uber also charge a lot. Child, I guess it's worth it. I guess he look at it. He look at it from damn. I can't lose a stinking Lincoln and get in having messed up and get in an accident and be with no car. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he don't lie all day and night. I don't know. Phoebe wants to know why QI is yelling this early in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. That's how she typed. We said her keyboard is broken and it's stuck on capitalization. Oh Lord, she says, Phoebe, you know I do cap, so I can't get cloned. What? Oh Lord, TC says, thank you, bro. You know we just waiting for our global currency. What is going on with that? Now I heard the Clarity Act is stalled. They're not voting like they well, I don't know, they probably try to vote on, but is that a stalemate? What is going on? I'm just wait. I'm like, what's going on here? And listen, let me tell you something. You know, people in Washington tell them that we see everything they're doing. That whole thing they did with get gold and silver was too coordinated. Who's selling gold and silver just like that to have a crash? Right? You're doing the same thing to Bitcoin, pushing Bitcoin all the way. I know what's going to happen. I'm gonna tell you my prophecy. My prophecy is that they pushing that gold. They pushing the Bitcoin down, right? So they can come in and scoop it all up. They're doing the same thing to gold because gold is going to be the new standard. They're going to pay that to Bitcoin, and then voila, you're going to have your virtual currency. Now, the thing I don't know how they're going to do is how they're going to switch people from paper currency to digital currency, and what they're going to do when people have a natural disaster. How people going to be able to pay for milk and water in a natural disaster when there's no like oh man, well like I said, that's why they put on them satellites and damn but still you need power though. So that's the only thing how they gonna have people go from paper currency to digital currency, child. I don't know, but yeah, yeah. What's taking them so long? I don't want them to hurry up, but yeah, it's interesting. Oof, Trump is coming with his own currency. I could believe it. I could believe it, child. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scared. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. I mean, I ain't scared like that, but it is on the back of my mind. Cheryl says people will still. It is on. I mean, it's just like how do you switch people that are used to paying in dollars? Now you got to go into Walmart and pay. You can't even use Apple Pay or Google Pay in Walmart. So how the hell they gonna convert to a digital technology? Like what? I don't understand that. Like, are they gonna issue everybody cards and stuff? What happens to the kids? I don't know. I don't try. We getting too deep in that. It's a good conversation for another day when I got more time. Um, all right, so we talked about that. What else we gonna talk about? Okay, yeah, okay, we talked about Jay Wilson doodling on the dookie on the toilet. Child. All right, they're trying to make it easier for the elites to steal. Well, they're the only ones benefiting from this whole inflation situation. So, yeah, you know, I definitely see a divide going on. You know what I mean? I definitely see a divide, but you gotta be careful with that divide because, child, people. I don't know. It seems like we repeating the old ways of life. I don't know. All right, so let's get into Lemon could have been Goosey. All right, I know Ghetto out here is like, what? What are you talking? Lemon's not that smart. Da, 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 da. It hit my heart yesterday. Actually, it did. Did I felt Lemon could have been Goosey? I honestly felt that. Like, obviously, Lemon and Goosey are totally two different people, right? But why so many people have gravitated to Goosehead is because he's respectful, he listens, he don't take hour-long breaks from his own broadcast. He's engaging, he listens to all perspectives, right? You know what I mean? So when you have that kind of presentation or virtual personality or disposition, it's easier for people to gravitate towards you. I don't think Goosey rarely curses or anything like that. And stuff like that. I think it's just more likable. So And I told you I dealt with Lemon for 5 years. And it was a shock to me the character that he chose to present to the streets. He's like, I'm a villain. Okay, that's fine. You could be a villain, but you don't have to be a villain every damn minute. Right? And I just feel like, damn, it was only validation that Lemon chose the wrong character. And and I'm not saying that Lemon has to be Goosey. What I'm saying is that if Lemon would have present, present presents more of what he was over here in Avatar Nation. And now obviously Lemon may come back and rebuttal, I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna be okay, so that's fine. But you see what being you has gotten you. It has allowed someone to come in and swoop in and steal what you thought was yours, which was your numbers, right? Because that's all people can. Oh, my numbers. Look, I got 500, 600 in the chat. Da, 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 da. No, Goosey is not new to YouTube because he was Goose Man was over here. Goosey was over here, Avatar Nation, or our panel. So, and then they come around and somebody screamed, "Bye, Nightcrawler!" I was like, "What?" Now, because Goosey, long time ago, went by the name of Nightcrawler. He just changed his name to Goosey, whatever. For I guess they said after the Travis Scott song Goosebumps. So and it just hit me even harder to see that Lemon. We always said that, oh, Lemon, you just enjoying this until somebody comes in and scoop up your people because they only tolerate you now because you're just really the only viable option. Now somebody came in and scooped up his people. It was more likable, and the crazy part about it was that could have been Lemon could have like stopped this, right? Because I felt like if Lemon was more likable, more understanding, more less disrespectful, people would have been less inclined to go over there to Goosey's than they are in what Lemon's experiencing. Because let's be honest, I look at the analytics of the situation too. Goosey come on, he having 600 in his chat. Lemon, you come on, you always struggling with 150. Since you want to talk about dead channel. Okay, that's the epitome of a lifeline or critical care. When Goosey come over there, it's like somebody hit you in the head with a sledgehammer, Lemon. Like, come on, wake up. It ain't like because and then it's on top of that, Goosey don't even show himself. So you just out here expose your eye, expose your damn everything, your Taliban hair scarf. Okay, expose your family. And this man ain't done all that and then come in and scoop your numbers up like that. He don't even show himself like that. You gotta show your Timu shoes, your Timu water boots and all that. And he ain't done nothing. And so so Ron, I'm just saying, like, obviously, you don't need to do all you doing to get where you think you need to get what you've been showing and all that. Like, you don't need to do all that. And you losing it thinking that you a villain. Now, everybody that went over here to this dude because he's fair. They're saying people are saying he's fair. He analyzes things from all perspectives. He don't disrespect people. So maybe you need to go back to the drawing board because obviously somebody has just mm, shows you what you're doing is not it, and that's what I'm saying. And Lemon, you could have probably starved him off a little if you. I felt kept some of the ways that you showed over here on Avatar Nation, but then again, you dealing with elements that maybe Goosey ain't dealing with, such as substance abuse. And somebody saying in the chat, insecurity. So, you got a plethora thing that you has been shown in the last month since he's arrived and had his panels and stuff like that is that you can be taken out the game. But I feel a lot has you taken out the game. You're talking about the game by your own flaws, the treatment, the way you treat people, being taking this as StreamYard got too much stuff. I'm like, what? I'm right here. I'm right here. Y'all should be able to hear me now. Y'all should be able to hear me. Um, so and then I also noticed that the delay that StreamYard is on is greater than ever. I'm like, what? But I guess they do. I guess they do that for whatever reason to stop something. If something happened, they can sit up there and delay it. Um, I'm glad y'all can hear me. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. So Goosey is sitting up there saying he leaving for 3 months, and like I said, I guess maybe or whatever, however long. I guess he got to sit up there and go back on the ship or whatever. He a seashore man. I don't know what he is. I'm just putting out there. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, so yeah, he said he had to make money. I don't know what that is. Maybe he on a secret mission. I don't know. Um, Goosey is not running plays and trying to extract money from women. That's true. True. That's true. He not being intentionally deceptive. So that's a good point. Nah, I'm back. Child. I don't know. There you go. Slow as hell. What's up, Yvonne? How you doing? QI says facts. Goosey is intelligent. Yeah, that's another dimension. But I think some people like the sometimes ratchetness of lemon. That's the only thing I would say that Goosey doesn't really provide that people maybe would be inclined to enjoy some of it. But hey, they rather not be cursed out and dissed and disrespected. So yeah. Goosey is not running plays and trying to extract money from women. Lemon and a trifecta are very jealous of Goosey. Mm. Yeah, numbers would definitely get them to be jealous for sure. Yvonne says, I enjoy Goosey. QI says Goosey has the power. QI says Goosey has been B-sector. Ray Black's Ray Black Goosey was here before the pandemic. Um, Ray Black says QI, thank you. QI says Goosey's not biased. QI says plus Goosey creates real content. Yeah. Mhm. QI says Lemon is insecure. QI says Lemon is part of the trifecta. Jan says we love Goosey. Beef said the creator that drunk monster. Careful what you ask for because y'all got it. Well, that trifecta created that drunk monster because Lemon, when he was over here, he wasn't acting like that. QI says the trifecta ruined the beef sector flow of real content. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And then they complaining that they leaving. I believe after Vegas is over. I believe after Vegas is over for Lemon. I told y'all what I think. I said I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't go. To be honest, Yvonne says Lemon is so much more pleasant when he's not drunk. Yeah, no, I agree. Q Rat unapologetically notice how Resto back at Lester Lemons, they both act like they in love with each other. Let me see. The sound again. Yeah, I'm back. So Goosey is the best thing since Ozempic. Child. Okay, so yes, that's just my commentary on that. I feel like Lemon could have been Goosey if he had toned down some things and listened, but he wanted to be this crazy ass character. And now he see where it got him. People ran to the other alternative. People turned in a runner. People turned into a runner and a track star on limit. They just completely ran to the other damn alternatives. They were like, something new, something over here where we ain't got to be dealing with curse outs and disrespectful. They said they are a runner and a track star.
Hey, she's a runner, she's a track star.
Yeah, everybody ran. Everybody ran. All right, we're gonna take a brief commercial break, and then we're gonna go into the last topic, which is the Pizarro panel. I got some comments I want to say about that, and then we're gonna wrap it up and get y'all along your way. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm trying to see which song we want to play. Um, yeah, we'll play "Mama Not Mad."
Mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama just hurt. It has been a heck of a week in these internet streets. Big brief page got taken, like someone stole her bacon. She kept saying, Mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama just hurt. She got caught professing a love for this man with green locks, who talked bad about a box and told her to kick rocks. We had this dragon who had a lip sync competition, but it seems like her internet went missing. They say she played with the pot and took a few hundred off the top. Then we had a lemon whose mama came through yelling for him to clean up his room and kitchen before she makes him go missing. This same lemon turned on his friend and made her seem as if she is a victim over and over again. It's been a heck of a week in these internet streets. You better not go to sleep or you will miss a beat. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama better just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad. There were these call-ins where the callers were kicking everybody's back in. They were talking about everybody and anybody that they needed to offend. Some of their remarks even left you with a grin. Word on the curb is that Ness got fired from her job because someone called her manager Bob. She denied the claim and said she getting another job where the pay is insane and less of a pain. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. It's been a heck of a week in these internet streets. You better not go to sleep or you will miss a beat. Mama not mad, that is it for now, so better get some sleep. Hey, mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad, mama not mad, mama just hurt. Mama not mad.
All right, I know who Mama Mad is. Lemon's mama. But anyway, moving right along. What's up, Noted Book? What's up? Call her Noted Book. My bad, Noted One. Good morning to you. How you doing? What's up, Sunday? What's up, Angela White? Thank you for being a member. Thank y'all, everybody for being a member. I appreciate y'all. All those who are members, I don't take y'all for granted. Thank you also to my wonderful moderators as well. Appreciate you. Also, Detached has also told y'all where y'all can find my music at. Some of my music is over there on the Avatar Nation music channel. So we got some songs over there if y'all want to hear some music. Okay. I want to go back to this comment. Phoebe says, I left for a while, but didn't Goosey start over here? No, he was over there in some other sector. Then he came over here and was watching my pockets. But yeah, he was over here for a bit. Yeah, so you were right. But he didn't start over here. Um, so yeah, I think he may have started actually on Brianna's, to be honest. Sunday says, good morning, SK and Chad. Drop in to ask if you saw the final warning to Sassy and Goosey. Who put out the final warning? Final warning about what? Sunday? Could you elaborate a little bit so we know? What's up, Cosmic Girl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Okay, let me see your comments. Black Pro says he was in the black sector. Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about is that whole panel they had over there on Pizarro. Listen. I thought it was a very interesting conversation. It primarily dealt with, I don't know, it was all over the place. Let's just be honest. Like Shelly came up there talking about if she her daughter, I mean, if she her daughter was gay and all this other stuff, and it was just like I said, all over. But pretty much it dealt with people informing their children. It ended on a note of, do schools have the right to inform, well, to teach children about trans and gay and all that other stuff. And a multitude of people like, no, that's the parents' responsibility and all that. Honestly, I like the way the live ended with the lady that came up there. Thank God to that lady that came up there, because she gave a great perspective, and was well rounded about how it was important that, when they did introduce and inform the well, no, teach the kids about sex ed, it led to a greater reduction in unwanted pregnancies and stuff associated with sexual, assaults, and so I appreciate it came out there, because the way she was said it was so, eloquent, and nobody sat up there and tried to cut her off or anything. So it was good. The only thing I just felt like, Pizarro, sometimes when people are talking, you ain't gotta immediately acknowledge the person that comes up. I know maybe you're trying to protect your page to sit there and see if um if the person is who they are. But I just felt like that. I mean, I just sometimes like people talking like, oh my god, she's like, beans, beans, and I'm like, oh my god, like come on, we trying to hear what the person got to say. Beans, is that you? But anyway, and Goosey was up there, and if anything, it should have showed everybody who was on that panel. The times are changing. The younger generations, they think differently. Times are changing. So what would have set up there, and grown folks got things, I guess, kicked off. I wasn't there for that, but he, I guess he said some antiquated with his antiquated mind. Let me just tell you something. Mm. That man is dealing with some issues about who he is and all that. And he thinks about being a man is really being a man, or and God. No, I just like, we seen your kind before, grown folks. Okay, any man that was a man would never ever sit up there and contort put their legs up, or contort their legs in a way in which you did. Never, 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 ever, 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 ever. But it was a great discussion. I felt it was, and then they started going in about how in Jamaica, something like that, you know, people would get burned and stoned and all that. Now, Goosey, now you sit up there and lied and said you would give up your life if you saw that. Negro, no, you wouldn't, because there are people who come on this application. You sit up there and say, "Well, I ain't messing with them because they'll beat you up." I mean, not in the child. Goosey, you need to stop. You need to stop. But like I said, I felt it was a good discussion. It was good to sit up there and know that we could actually have conversations of that seriousness, and not people just be. Now, I didn't read the chat. I guess people were going off in the damn chat, going off in the chat. Because Shelly kept telling people, hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. And they were going in on Shelly. They were telling Shelly, how can you sit up there and support T.S. Madison and not support your daughter? I was like, ooh. No, we can't stop blaming every other trifecta. The trifecta has done a lot of shit, including to myself. They admittedly have done so. You can go to Envy's live and listen to that part where ODS goes up there and say, "Oh yeah, we tried to black him out and we did it and it was quite effective." So no, tell Lady Bella, tell the trifecta, stop doing some fuck ass shit. Then, excuse my French, I'm not coming at you. My anger is at the fact that they do the things they do, and now everybody's sitting up here trying to want to give them a pass for fuck shit that they do. They do a lot of fuck shit. They do coordinated stuff. They intimidate and everything. So it's just no. I think a lot of people give them a pass because they are in certain mm, communities. You got one who's in the older community. You got one who's in the overweight community. You got one who's in a dumb community, and you got one who's in the LGBT community. So they have people who can sit up there and they get certain passes because they in certain communities that give them a pass. No, they do a lot of fuck shit. And then when they fail plan, what they thought was to bring these people over to sit over there and oh, we could bring these people and we could use them. They sit up there and got played by them. How you sit up there and tell you don't bring them here, don't bring them, don't do it, and you the portal that open. Now you gonna get mad and say I'm not gonna do no content no more. But you the ones that brought them over here. You're the ones that caused the really decline in what's going on because they're the ones that striking people pages. And they ran a whole play in Brianna's face. Whole play in Brianna. Oh, you curse, I curse. We say trigger words, we take you down. A whole volleyball match, and she got spiked. No, but they do a lot of fucking ass shit. Like for real, for real. Like y'all just gotta take a step back and see, oh, I'm going to intimidate people. He told y'all the whole plan. They intimidated people for coming over to my platform. And told you if I see you over at Circuit, we blocking you. And don't sit up here and tell me, oh well, if I'm my own person, I do what I want. No, y'all know y'all have chat buddies. So if your chat buddy stops going to other people's chat and you can't find them and you find them in somebody else's chat, that's where you follow your chat buddy. And it becomes a whole reciprocal situation. Okay, because y'all like to chat with people that y'all see in other chats. So if you see your chat buddy, then you go follow your chat buddy. So if your chat buddy is following the orders of Brianna, then you also, even though you got a free thinker mindset, you're not thinking about what Brianna said, but you gonna follow your chat buddy. So that's how that sits out and works, pans itself out. Um, Diva T, because they were talking about her, I think that's why. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's them. Lady Bella says, they're not the only ones that led to the downfall of the beast sector. Stop using them as a scapegoat. Girl, get up. Are you okay? So you're just gonna excuse all the crazy ass stuff they done? Like, I just don't know. No. I mean, you should be mad at them because they say they leaving. They leaving because the same people they invited over here. Where they do that at? You ain't gonna stand in the paint and go at the people that you invited that's set up here and cause turmoil in the area that's also causing you to leave, but you gonna run? I don't get that. QI says a lot of the old people who had a hard time finding relevance while people leaving seem to want to ruin the beat center because they know their time is over. Well, that's what they call that. What they call that? Like, it's a certain word they have for that. Um, I guess generational envy. I don't know. Go along to get along. Greedy gang. Yep. Yeah. You know what, QI? Do I have that? No, I was about to do something. Hold on. QI, you making me do something. QI is making me do something. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm getting. I gotta choose my vernacular carefully. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Let me see this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, ironically, because if these the job numbers are bad, ironically, you're gonna see gold go up because that's because gold goes up because when they cut, there's a indication they may cut the interest rate. Gold goes up because people are looking for something that they can run to as a safe haven. So, hold on. So, do I want to do this one? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put y'all. Let me put. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all. I'm waiting for something to upload real quick. Let me read your comments real quick while that's happening. QI is yeah, she's still here. They brought in the new people and gave them fake history. But they always distorting the details, child. Let me see how this song sounds. Since y'all want to sit here and talk about the trifecta and all that stuff. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I wish that damn dog would shut up. Get on my damn nerves. Too early for all that damn noise. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Why is it taking so? Why is it taking so long today? And they keep wanting to bring up. I don't. Child, stream y'all get it together. I'm sorry for this long wait, y'all. I really am. Hold on. Ooh, child, hold on. All right. Let me see what else y'all saying in the chat. Good morning, Catherine Powell. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope all is well. Yeah, you missed a lot. Yeah. Where she been? She was locked up for a period of time. But she don't do no content really no more over here because I think she has a lot of resentment towards this area. I think she feels that I'm gonna say this very subliminally. The person that she's sitting up there and recently held in high good graces is the one that sit up there and complicated her whole fucking legal situation. You know, so I tune in to people, and when she was doing her recent live, she was giving a certain person praise, and I was sitting up there and I was like, you not know what that particular person that you sitting up there cackling with, that you hold in the good graces and say that you could use their privileges, the one that sat up there and caused you to get harassed and when you was in jail was the one that said they called the judges chambers and really like exacerbated your situation more than you ever know. Like he playing all up in your face, and that's the most disheartening thing that I mean, that was so disheartening to hear her say how she holds that particular person in regards, and I just like I wish we still had those tapes so that she could hear what that particular person was doing when she was caught in that whole legal predicament to fuck her up. I really do. I just like, but I'm sitting on the side. I ain't say shit. But it's like, girl, like that person did a lot to fuck you over, and you sitting up there cackling with them. And I said, I hope you have a whole plan of revenge to get their ass because they really fuck with your real life, girl. Like, but anyway, child, I'm gonna play this real quick. Hold on, since we talk about the trifecta.
Nika, oh Nika, Nika. Oh, Nika, oh Nika. There is a lady by the name of Nika. She has spent years in this virtual land trying to build a brand. Yeah. They say she is OG, but she allows the newbies to besmirchify her name as if her name is a game. She once told Sir King that his homage was shady because she listened to some man who dresses like a lady. And this same shady man told her that her aroma could put you in a coma. For the plenty that disrespect her into infinity. She let a burger and a pizza treat her like trash so she can get some cash. We try to treat her good, but she likes those that treat her right. She is hood. There was a king named SB that said she was a crock because her teeth got popped. Oh. Stand on your name and don't let them dismatch you for your name while you play this in. Stand on your name and don't let them mismatch you for your name while you play this in the game. Stand on your name and don't let them mismatch you for your name while you play this in the game.
All right, you got to blame QI for that. That's why that was played. And the other lady named Lady Bella up here talking about the damn trifecta. Anyway, so yeah, so if anything was apparent from Pizarro's panel, look, times are changing, and that was evident with what Goosey's standpoint is regarding that. So yeah, times are changing, people are changing, and things like that. So it's interesting because we live in within these times of change. So yeah. I'm gonna drop my link real quick. I only got like 5 minutes or so in case anybody wants to add anything, additional commentary to what we said today. But y'all pay attention to what's going on in this world because like TC said as she came in, um, they about to reset a lot of stuff. And like I said, the crypto market is crashing, but I think that's all by design. You don't spend, people don't donate billions and millions, and you have congressional hearings and votes about a financial system and crypto, and it ain't gonna happen. That's called a waste of time, and time is money, and they ain't wasting their time or their money. It's just a serious deflection for what's about to come. And I think a lot of people are gonna be caught off guard because you're going to immediately have to do an about face. Why they putting so many damn satellites in space? I just feel like it's a lot going on, y'all. Y'all just gotta pay attention to what's going on. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this whole thing with AI taking over people's jobs. Is there gonna be universal income? I don't know. But how you determine who get what and how much is sufficient for one's lifestyle? I don't know. I just hope they know what the hell they doing. That's all I hope. I hope that I know what the hell they doing. So um QI says Goosey brought back fun, excitement. Excuse me, brought back excitement and fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it used to be fun. I mean, it used to be fun and stuff like that. But they try to control people. They try to intimidate people. Like that's just a form of bullying. You know. Yeah, Brown Beauty World. You said you missed that whole story of Bree and Remix. Yeah, yeah. It was very interesting because it presented Brianna as a fake and a phony and a fraud. Um, because she sits up here and says that men got to leave with their wallet, and men better do what she said. But she got caught on some tapes begging and saying, "I love you and I do anything you want me to do." It was the complete opposite of what she comes on here and try to present. I do hope she finds love because I think that's the thing is what's missing truly in her life. But she also has bad selection of men. But then again, maybe that's the only pool that's open for her to pull from. So I don't. I mean, that's a real serious situation for her. So and I think if anything, that highlighted the fact that she's looking for love, but she's looking for love in all the wrong places. And I think she's maybe looking for the wrong type of guy because she like them street dudes that's been in jail. But that's from the area when she comes in. Like I feel like the girls or the people that she hang with, you know, rock with those type of guys, and she feels that in order to be seen as one of the it girls, I guess, uh, you know, So yeah, I don't know. She has to get with one of those guys. So yeah. What's up, Truth and Reason? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Hope all is well your way. All right, that's all I really got to say. I got to get up out of here. Y'all have an amazing day. Be the change y'all want to see in the world. Please stay abreast on the world news on what's going on so you're not caught off guard. Good job. QI said Florida is ghetto. Look at Jay Wilson. Oh, somebody put something about Jay Wilson is bad or something like that. Let me just say, I got to give credit where credit is due. Jay Wilson is at least coming live. Now, it can't be, oh, well, he ain't lost nothing. No, Jay Wilson lost a lot, you know. So I will give him credit for what credit is due. At least he's coming live and providing commentary. A lot of people who saying the beef set is dead. I'm like, don't talk about something don't talk about problems that you're not willing to fix. Don't sit up here and say the beef set is dead and all this, but you ain't providing no content. So I can't knock Jay Wilson because at least he's still coming out here, trying to feed the streets and provide entertainment and commentary and content. A lot of OGs who have sit up there and departed by their own choice, which they're right, don't knock and say something is dead that you participated in the burial of. So that's what I gotta say about that. Yes, everybody have a blessed day. Thank you, Detach. What's up, Diva D? How y'all doing? All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I will talk to y'all soon. Please thumbs up the live on y'all exit. Also, feel free to send a gesture to $, Circle and Crown if you so choose to. All right, we're about to get up out of here. We go.
Hey, hey. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Hey, 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 hey. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Hey, hey, hey. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? But in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord.
Stress turn you into a mess. Live this night carefree. Bills got you stressed, a nigga away from that mess and dance all in with zest. Shake your hips as if you don't give a shit. Let the spirit in the air. Shake your hair as if you don't have a care. Move your feet like you rush into the last seat. Live this night carefree and be who you want to be. Forget their expectations. reputations, for your relations, and their opinions, because they are just minions. Take your soul and let it grow. Dance to the beat before you strive to compete. Live this night carefree. Do like the army says and be all you can be. Be your cheers if you just had a cold beer. Let this night be safe so you can see how great life can be. So you can see how great life can be, can be, can be. Dance that body to the ground. Dance that body to the ground. All the way to the ground. As you enjoy the night and show the world that you are carefree, 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 carefree. As you enjoy the night and show the world that you are carefree, 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 carefree. Be all you can be all you can be, because you are number one and not the 2 or 3, not the 2 or 3. Number one, number one. You are number one. Carefree, carefree, carefree. Number one, you are number one. Carefree, carefree, carefree. Number one. You are number one.
I'm the man. I got your man. On the ground, I got your man. I got your man. I got you. You got a baby daddy who is giving out his data. He be sharing his location like he is on vacation. He say you don't have time for your baby cause he's always on the grind. But I know, be lying. I know you see a man on the ground saying he is the man, and you wanna reply he's a BAN and is a weak ass man. He keep saying he love you, but you immediately wonder how many baby mamas he be saying it to. You thought of burning his clothes, busting his phone, throwing his PS5 cause he incessantly lies. You try not to go low when you see him on the ground with them hoes, knowing he got a baby at home. Way to go on the show. On the ground, I got your man. 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 I got your man. I got your man. I got your man.
All right, y'all. This is the last song. I'm out of here. What's up, Rhonda? Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. There is this man who is chasing fame, but the fame has him going insane. He hits the bottle to make himself think he is a model. The bottle has him thinking he's America's next top models. And life is full of strife because he has a glass side that he uses to cry. His teeth are missing because he never gave him a rinsing. Fame has him going insane. Ooh, fame has him going insane, insane. He has a dream of being a star, but little does he know he can't handle the burdens of what he sees from afar. The poison in his bottle will keep him from being chosen. This poison makes him spew obscenities that offend many. He has no sense of loyalty, even to those who are royalty. He lies and lies to the point we wonder why. He stresses his mama out trying to chase clouds. She yells and screams because she knows his quest for fame is only making him lame while driving her insane. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. How will things be when he realizes the chase for fame has soiled his name, stolen his youth, and left him destitute? His future don't seem bright. Hopefully he sees the light before his life goes night. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. Fame has him going insane.
Man.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Take care. Thank you, Detach. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. Thank you to my members. Thank you to casual fans. I will talk to y'all soon. Phoebe, you have a great day as well. Bye, y'all. Thank you, QI, for typing in all caps and all your comments as well. Bye, y'all.